Hi, we're about to go brand new live on. My name is Showtime, the Hype Man. Before we get started, where I'm in a new location, I'm over at my house doing a live broadcast show where I'm taking a week off from Philly Hot Radio Show, where some things that I need to do, where some things they need to do, where we're trying to find out which way we're going into 2021, or maybe it may not been positive, but it was a great venture. Philly Hot Radio was a great venture for me. Me and Dr. Rock, what we have done, what we have created, where I'm hoping that we can work something out where um, I did join a live stream live where I have to get it down packed before I lynch out where this new opportunity where I'm going at. I also want to thank my little sister yesterday for reaching out for me, have showed me what a sister will do if she can help out. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We have a new radio show called Showtime the Hype Man Radio Show where I'm going to be building a platform where I know that God will take care of me. We're on live on YouTube channel. Also, we are brand new live on the YouTube channel where I come into your homes. Also, we are live on Facebook where it's important for me to keep doing what I'm doing, what I love to do. I am meant to be on the radio, and any platform that I go on, I have something to offer. Where here it's not a lot of technology where I don't have to be looking over my shoulders or do anything. I am comfortable of being home right now to launch my show. Me and Dr. Rock, want everybody know that we still keep her in prayer. Where Showtime the Hype Man is doing something different, where I'm not afraid of success. Anybody knows Showtime the Hype Man, where I have built my name, where my name goes everywhere I go, where I'm grateful for all the platforms, everything that I might have done. I have been my own rock along with God. It's important that I know that God has gave me a gift, where I am so happy that I'm not afraid of failure. I'm not afraid of rejection. I'm not afraid if someone cut me off. I'm not afraid of disagreement. I'm just excited about Showtime the Hype Man new talk show that I can create my own talk show and maybe come out with something. Even me and Dr. Rock are still in the process of what we're going to do together, where I want everybody to know that we are a team and we want to continue where things are looking good for me. Anybody that knows Showtime the Hype Man, I'm a hard worker. I have a passion to do things. It's meant for me to be on live broadcast radio where Showtime the Hype Man has built so many people and knows so many people around the world, not just in Philadelphia, where I am naturally worldwide, has built something from the muscle. I am grateful that Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also my Instagram account, has gave me a platform where I can go live at home. So, welcome to our show. That's right. We have a show called Showtime the Hype Man Talk Show where we can talk, we can talk about some issues. We're still going to be doing the same formula. I took a week off of a Philly Hot Radio, taking a week off to get some things together where I need to get myself together. What do I need to do? But I took a week off from Philly Hot Radio for those who are watching me, where I'm still doing what I love doing. I am born to be on the radio. We may not have no music today, or we might be going in and out, but I do have a brand new show that I'm starting in my own home. And I'm hoping that God will bless me. And I'm hoping that those who are about to tune in to watch me, that we got a great show. So I want to get started where we're going to talk about the bumpy road, where most people have always wanted to do something where, and I have always wanted to do something, but I realized that you have to have your own stuff. Never build something off of somebody else because you never know what can happen where it can slow the minimum down. Where it's important for me to do something for myself, to take this journey along with God and all the friends and everybody that's been supporting me over the last 2 years when I start launching myself into the radio, where I never knew that I will be doing my own radio show. So Showtime the Hype Man is really want to really do something that is special to help people. Anybody that knows me, that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help people. So before we get into the show, it's important that I give God the glory. I'm not a religion guy, but I truly believe in God. And I want to make that clear to my audience, where I know that God will open up any door if you work hard enough to get to the door, where most people sit back and wait for someone else to do something when something go wrong or a disagreement go wrong, when you can be on the outside looking in. So it's important for me to learn how to create and do what I do and not worry about what's behind me. Whatever's behind me is behind me. I am moving forward in a whole new direction. I am so grateful of the new technology, dealing with my laptop at home, dealing with my telephone. I am learning so many things that what it takes. So I want to give Hard Thought Radio also Scarful for them two people lifting me up today and willing to send their radio show to me if whatever I want to do. I also want to give my main man Corey has sent his wit out for me. I also want to thank my nephew where he extended out with me. So in the meanwhile, this is going to be a spiritual week for me where I'm still working out. I'm going to be changing some eating habits this week. I'm going to be starting fasting Wednesday, but it's some certain things that I have to get once I start this fasting because I'm working on my midsection body. So those are the things that I'm going to do. But hi, we got a radio show. So my name is Showtime the Hype Man. I don't have a guest today where usually we'll have a guest where we introduce guests, but I'm doing something this week just to keep what I love doing. I love being on a show. It is something about a show or any shows, entertainment shows, radio shows. It just go hand in hand with me. So that's where I'm at. So what we're going to talk about today? Well, I want to give the R Stars. They had played a great game yesterday. I want to thank that. I enjoyed the three shooting contests. My man did his thing again. Where I want to thank the NBA. I want to thank all the players, and also it was really scary for Joe Wyatt and Simmons, where they barber gave them 2 stars. COVID-19, where they was going to the same barber till their barber got tested positive, and the barber let them know when they got tested, he was tested positive. Where when they go to the arena where they maybe carry a barbershop, they barber along with them on the road where they would pay their barber to come down to the All-Star game where he got tested, where they found that he was positive and he had cut 2 of the R stars from the 76ers, where that was a blow for the votes, where everybody was looking to see Joe to play basketball around the world on the NBA, and also Simmons, where both of them was not able to play because the barber had tested positive for COVID-19. Where all of us are still going to barbershops, we may be still going to beauty salon, where our petition is not wearing a mask, where we don't know who was in the next seat or left, did they get tested, where it's important that if you do go to barbershop that you put your mask on, or if you're still going to get your nails done or you're getting your hair done, where it's a place where women's or guys are going in and out the door, where if they don't have the right procedure at the barbershop or the beauty salon, where you go ahead and get your hair It's make sure that they're following the protocol because your barber or your beautician can have the COVID-19 where, or she can be positive for the COVID-19 where you will go to work and get tested, then you found out you got it, where it looks clean. Um, the place was wiped down, but they could have went somewhere over the weekend where someone never told them that the COVID-19, you can't see it. You can't even see it. Imagine walking around where you go into a different environment or you think it's safe where somebody in that crowd or somebody that maybe been to the mall, someone been in that restaurant when you sit in that seat, or maybe somebody that's on your job, or maybe your son or your daughter went somewhere out on the weekend where they came back home where nobody was wearing masks, and also that we have children that's still going out and having fun, then they come home and bring it to their grandparents, or they maybe bring it to their mother and father where they still live with their parents and they're 25-year-olds where they're going different places where the COVID-19 and nobody at the club or they go to a place where no one knows that is a large audience or a large crowd when we pop in the bottle and having fun where we are drinking and having fun, but we're not being cautious because of the COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 has killed over 500,000 people. I say the word killed, and that's what it did. Also, we need to realize that over 1.8 million people are still positive, have been tested positive with the COVID 19. Also, we have people that are still walking around, have not been tested with the COVID 19, or even got a vaccine shot where I have got tested where I came back negative and I was grateful. Where people that my job where I work at, I'm still working for somebody right now, but my job has where the people, my clients, they get tested every day when they go through, and then once a week they test them. So I'm grateful for the where I have been practicing the protocol when it deals with the COVID 19, where a lot of them also they're saying that they are using other people, where celebrities or anybody that deals with the COVID 19, where they're trying to add more black people and get more black celebrities to engage us to take COVID 19, where a lot of us are not taking the COVID 19 test. So, for those who are watching me and those who have maybe took the COVID-19 test, where you took the vaccine, you waited in that long line, we want to hear your story or those who have a comment that are watching me, anybody that's watching me. I want my audience and my fans, I want y'all to tag on to your friends where we are really talking a serious matter where the black community, where early on that we was not getting vaccine, where they was the shipping vaccines in the suburban and mostly the rich county like Bucks County, Montgomery County, where in Southwest Philadelphia, West Philadelphia, Germantown, Mount Airy, where all of a sudden that thank God for some of the doctors, where some of the black doctors had the encouragement to organize vaccine places for some of our people to take the vaccine where most people are still cautious to take it. Where we see a lot of us are promoting and smiling, taking what I got a vaccine. Just like anything we do, we always promote it. But are we reaching out and putting enough advertising and commercials where our community maybe need a little more push when it deals with vaccines or anything they want to shoot in our arm because of the past that some men's fear where it maybe affect us 10 years down the line, or maybe those who are 60 and over where you had no type of sickness. All of a sudden you're getting colds, all of a sudden your feet swollen up, all of a sudden you're getting a side effect where we know that any chemical or anything we do, it always has side effects behind it. Anyone that take medication or have seen someone that take medication where it's always side effective when you take any type of drug or any type of chemical, where it blows me away, where even those who on blood pressure pill, where they'll give you pills where there's no chemicals, no chemicals. Or they'll give you something else where we have never understood what drugs will do, what everything else will do, where it's no manifesting in the spirit. We're watching something that have never, ever took place before. But I know that we are moving in the right direction because it's important that we do what we need to do. Where I am successful to know that God will take care of those who maybe not want to take a vaccine, or maybe someone do not want to take any type of thing that deals with the virus. So for those who are watching us and those who are watching us, have you took the vaccine, or you in line and still waiting to get a letter or schedule yourself up to take a vaccine? We want to hear our viewers and those who are watching us, where a lot of us have not took it, or maybe someone took it where there is no feelings involved. You just took the shot and you went on living your life. So you feel safe now because you have the vaccine, that you feel that you can go around people, or we're going to be going around asking people, did you take the vaccine? Or we're not supposed to deal with nobody else that deals with the vaccine. So that's what we're going to be talking about, where for those who are not taking it, or you maybe have a debate where a wife will take the vaccine shot and all the protocol, or when the husband will not take the vaccine shot. So we have kinds of different ways that we'll watch which person will do something, what person won't do something. So that's where we at. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We have a radio show that we are trying to start off and launch something new, where I know that God is going to take care of me. I know that I'm in the process of trying to do something different, where I know that we can do this together, where I need all my fans, all my friends to support me no matter where I go at. I know that I'm going to land somewhere that is positive, where we can generate a powerful radio station, where we can watch this radio show that I'm launching off today, where I hope that we can build something off of this. So it's important that I be positive. It's important that for those who are watching me at their home, where we're going to be working on some new stuff here. And I'm hoping that everybody will join me and Dr. Rock. We are definitely engaging to find out what we're going to do this week, or maybe they made a decision already, what they're going to do already, where we know that how Black folks, we all get into certain things, and I'll fix them, I'll fix you, or I'll get somebody else, or he too old to do what he do. Let me tell y'all something. You are never too old to do anything. I want to make that clear. I don't care how old you get. You always can recreate yourself. I don't care what people say, what people think. Always remember, God give you a day to get up. You got a chance to do something that you never done before. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We got a show where we are talking about, have you took the vaccine, or are you still cautious, where you are feeling good and you have not been a year now that this COVID-19 been out here, where you have not been sick, or you have not even been um, have not even been sick, or what is it going on where that the landmark may allow you not to take the COVID-19, or those who haven't even took the flu shot, having took the flu shot. So what do you think? For those who are watching me, and we know that a lot of people died off of this COVID-19, where we have friends and y'all have friends, where some of your friends had even told you that they have COVID-19, or you have somebody you haven't talked to them in a while where they in the hospital right now in a bed, sick, because the COVID-19 has hit in their home, where we are so privately, where so many people are sick right now, even with cancer, diabetes, even been through some stuff in their life where they just want to give up. Never give up, my friends. I want to say that for those who are watching Showtime the Hype Man, never, never give up. I don't care how bad it seemed. I don't care how many times that you didn't get it right, or how many times that you might think you didn't get it right. Never, never give up. Don't even let nobody tell you not to give up. We're going to be working harder than we ever to launch this big show that we're going to be doing, where I know that God is going to expand me in another direction. And I'm hoping, I know how God serves me, where I'm going to, my hustling skills and my ability has allowed me to grow and be confident of who I am, what I am, and learn to build self. For anybody that want to do something where you want to do it, you better have self confidence in yourself, even in relationship, or even in any situation where that I maybe not have everything right, but I'll get there. So we've been talking about that. So then I'm going to change the subject, where we're going to talk about where we are still seeing murders in the streets, where I'm going to be doing a live interview with a guy from prison, where he had been in prison for over 34 years, where I'm going to make sure that I do a live interview, where I'm going to be setting up some things. So make sure I can do a live interview with these people from penitentiary and prison system, where that's going to be a great interview. Also, I'm going to have another interview where I'm bringing a guy that's going to come back on my show, where we're going to talk about business tax. Also, I'm going to bring back another guy on my show, where we're going to talk about real estate, where this company want to give out 100 homes to, from ages of people that are 25 and 35, where most of them maybe went to college and messed up their credit, where when you go to school and they give you a credit card, where you maybe know that for those who went to college, when they give you a $5,000 credit card, where it helps you with your food, it helps you with your books, it may help you to do some things. You might have an apartment, live outside of the school, or maybe you might live in a dome where you need some necessities, where that you apply for a credit card and they'll give you a credit card along with you paying for your tuition, where your mother and your father had set you up with your credit card and stabbing yourself to do what you do when it comes to building credit. So, also, we're going to bring back health awareness and nutrition, where we're going to bring that back also, where people was demanding to bring back the health nutrition. But in the meanwhile, Showtime the Hype Man And me and Dr. Rock, we're just trying to get ourselves together where first we want Dr. Rock to know that we must keep Dr. Rock in prayer in her family where which she's still coping with. I told Dr. Rock it's important that take as long as you want. That's important for me. This other stuff don't mean nothing to me. Where I have learned that we can take hits, but certain hits we just can't recover quick enough. So I'm hoping that those who keep Dr. Rock family and both families in prayer, we know that that it's important that we continue to pray for the ones that we care and love for. So we want to bring that out that we're still praying for Dr. Rock. Also, in the meanwhile, Showtime the Hype Man is truly working hard behind the scenes to establish myself as a radio personnel where I know that I have it because I know that I can talk. Where most people maybe want to get other people to do radio shows and maybe will hire someone where they feel well, he didn't do it, he didn't do this. All of a sudden now, Showtime the Hype Man don't know what he's doing. All of a sudden then, Showtime the Hype Man, it's not good for their organization. Where I'm not into no battle with no one. We just want to be peaceful. I just want to pray for people. I don't have any grudges. I'm not going to talk about nobody. I just want everybody to be successful. That is my task, that each and every one of us are a winner, where we have to learn how to build and help each other, even though we have come accustomed where we maybe have a disagreement in a war or have some things where we have never learned how to keep the world spinning, where I feel that since I've been doing different things where by myself, where I maybe stay somewhere long enough, but I do one thing wrong, they take you out the door. Now, but I know God is good. So, so we're gonna move on. So we want people to know that we are still fighting what is going on in Philadelphia, where the battle is still not, we have not won yet. So, what do we do from here where we are seeing our city have never found out yet a clue how to stop these innocent murders for men and women, where too many parents, and I don't want to keep talking about every show, but we got to talk about this. See, maybe the y'all don't want to hear that. Till it happened to someone you love, till it happened to one of your family members, or to happen to one of your cousins. It's important that we keep our foot on this gun issues across our city. Do we really care about the city of Philadelphia? Do we? Do we really care? I care. I care for those mothers and fathers that are still seeing their mate, or the mother seeing the father. We're trying to get our life together, but it's hard because something is missing where we were used to maybe just telling our kids and tell them to do this. And see, nobody knows, even with me, where I'm raising my grandson, where it's putting me in a situation, but I made a commitment where I'm not gonna allow my grandson to fall by the wayside, no matter what his element, what he's been through. I just have to roll up my sleeve and ask God to help me to take care of my grandson to the best of my ability. I'm just praying every day that God will uplift us. Also, I want to pray for those who are coming out of surgery, where my mom, that I call her my mom, where this woman's like an iron, where she knows God, and nobody knows when you're getting cut or nobody knows where the women go through. They have breast cancer where they cut your breast off, or nobody knows with those who are diabetic when a person where they have to take your legs when you had this leg all your life. Nobody knows where you can come in your mom's house and you don't visit your parents as much. Where I have found my father dead on the floor. He maybe been on the floor about 24 hours. Thank God that me and my brother, where I told my father that, Dad, I'll be over the next day. Nobody knows. We opened the door and I saw my father on the floor dead. But I thank God that me and my brother, what we did was we was going around checking on our parents. Where this week, what I did was me and my mother had a disagreement where I was big enough to call my mother up and put that to the side and say, Mom, life is too short. Where also I had a disagreement with a guy where I maybe said something where at the time where everything for myself also where I know that life is too short and I understand business where we got attitudes, we have grudges, or we'll replace a person, or we'll find someone else to take that and do that. Where when we're accustomed to someone like Showtime the Hype Man, good afternoon, Rosie, too, where for those who have count me out, where I have been count out ever since I have lunch and lynched my name called Showtime the Hype Man, where a lot of people will take a man character or what I've been doing, where I have a passion to help people. I have a passion to do something that I've never done before, where I'm taking a radio show where I have never been on the radio. I have never went to school for technology. I have never went to hosting school, how to host or how to do this. I did it from the gift that God gave me. So I know that if I put all my energy on the Showtime the Hype Man radio show, where me and Dr. Rock is still trying to put something together where I'm going to be from next week will be a decision on my part or whatever they're going to do on their part. No disrespect to no one. No one disrespect me. No, and I have disrespect no one. We're just going to move and ask God to do what He's going to do. I know God going to take care of us. So, also, those who are watching, Rosie is a stage where she has done a number of things in the city where her mind is always ticking to be creative for the next show, where she need help too, where a lot of artists and a lot of people want to be in the plays and stages, but also you have to hustle just like the producer. Where I have watched Tyler Perry, where they'd always try to change Tyler Perry, where he said, I'm going to do it my way. And he had realized by him sticking to what Tyler Perry does, that's why Tyler Perry owns his own studio where nobody dictate none of his movies or films. I know that Showtime the Hype Man can build one of the biggest platforms where I can start in the garage. I can start in a little square foot. I can even go in a food booth, in a phone booth every day to work hard to build my name. For those who know, my name is Showtime the Hype Man. We got a radio show. The reason why I say we can build one of the biggest radio shows where we do live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'm asking each and every one of y'all, I need your help. Where I'm not asking for a financial contribution, but I'm asking you to text your friends. I'm asking you to text all the people you know. And we want to know, what do you think about Showtime the Hype Man? Do y'all think that Showtime the Hype Man radio show is a good radio show for those who just regular people, where I am doing something from the muscle? I believe in myself because God has told me never, never, never give up. And that's what I'm going to do. Never give up. And that's who I am. So I am grateful for YouTube. I'm grateful for Facebook. I am grateful for Instagram. I am grateful for that I can do anything I want to do. I just have to put some work in the technology so I can build my what I need to do. So me and Dr. Rock is truly working as a team. I want to get that clear to everyone that is watching us, where we have built a show called Whistle While You at Work. Let me tell you, that show is still hot. We just took a little break while Dr. Rock is going through what she had to do, where I'm going to take a week off on the radio show that I was hosting, where I'm hoping that whatever happens, that we all feel good and still can be friends and move on, where maybe with whatever everybody can go different ways, and I'm going to be fine. I know they're going to be fine because my name will go everywhere I go. So I just want everybody to be blessed. So that's where we at today. So we're going to move along, where I'm only going to do an hour show today because I'm trying to look into some greater things. There's some big things that God is going to do for me, where I'm going to reach out to some of the big boys, not in Philadelphia, where we have watched so many other radio stations are growing. And I have did a research over the weekend where the top 10, where I'm looking to get in a rotation of one of the top 10 radio stations, where they maybe need a guy where it's different, where I'm playing and I'm ordinary, where I'm an ordinary radio host. That means I'm just like y'all. I'm just like the regular people that make mistakes. I'm just like those who maybe ain't get it right for 10 or 15 or maybe 20 times they get it right. Or maybe people maybe mess up one time or leave something on, where I'm just a regular guy, where I'm a regular person, where regular people makes mistakes. Ordinary people makes mistakes. For those who are watching me, can you sit back one day and realize that you made mistakes before? Have anyone that's watching me right now around the world, we're around the world on the YouTube channel. We are broadcasting live on Showtime the Hype Man. We are here this afternoon, where is all the perfect men and women, where nobody is allowed to make a mistake? Where they at, ladies and gentlemen? Because in life, we're going to make some mistakes. In life, we're going to get some rejection. In life, we're going to say some things where it's important that what we say, it maybe affect us and change the mood, where another person maybe just don't disagree on what you've done. I'm excited where my energy and my boldness, where my presentation can allow me to take off anywhere. I know that for a fact. So what I'm doing, I'm just giving God the glory. Everything I do, without God, no thing is possible. Steve Harvey encouraged me this morning, where he talked about trying to please people. He talked about when he went to Los Angeles, where they cut him off, where he was on a radio show out there in Los Angeles, where they did not like Steve Harvey the way that he ran his show. And he understood the business, and I understand the business. Where, but Steve Harvey now is the number one radio station show, where he stuttered all during school, where he got with caller nephew Tommy, and build a team of people to make Steve Harvey Radio Show the #1 radio show. Also, want to give a shout out to all the podcast radio station, Theodore Radio, Scarfo Digital Radio Station, where it is so many other radio stations out there. It is so many other people doing radio now where you can do your own show at home. Also, want to give Renee, that's doing her thing on Sunday, I want to give her a shout out because she is working hard too. And she said, Showtime, because of what you and Dr. Rock was doing, it gave me that strength to do my own. Also, I have seen some other people that watch me doing a radio show. Also, my nephew is doing his own thing, Cuz and Buzzy Show, where he watched me, where he wanted to do his own show, where I have turned around and helped a lot of other people that maybe they say, if Showtime do it, I can do it. Where I have helped and allowed people like my nephew doing his thing, like Renee out there in Baltimore doing her thing, where other people have seen what I'm doing, where they know me, where I want anybody. If you feel that you can do it, do it. And those are the risk takers. I'm a risk taker. So Showtime the Hype Man is going to build a powerful radio show because I got it, where I know how to talk. I'm going to say that again. I know how to talk. I know how to interview. I know how to set the tone for any show. I got it. So, where the gift that God gave me, where I have never knew what to do with it, now I know. Showtime the Hype Man, we got a radio show. And I may not have no big towers where I can play music 24 hours a day. What I'm doing, that anything you do, God will bring everything you need to get yourself started. If you're a person that's a shoemaker, where you always dreaming to make shoes because you go to Macy's or you'll go to Foot Locker or you'll go to an outlet with his shoes, where you always dreaming that may and is inside your spirit, where you want to be your own shoemaker, where you want to design shoes that everybody will buy, and hoping one day your shoes be in Lord and Taylor's, be at Fifth Avenue, and be at some of the biggest stores, and having your shoe wear at some of the biggest places. Where for those who are telemaids, where have never went to school, and God has taught you how to make pants, how to make suits, or how to design clothes, where one day you would love to see all your pants and your suits, jackets be in some of the stores, where Black-owned people would like to open up a store in the business in every city with your clothing talent. Ladies and gentlemen, there's too many Afro-Americans in this country where we can have our own stores and build up our business credit, where once you understand the value of business credit, where you can get money off of your credit to do your business. But because we don't listen, and we're not accustomed to seeing a young man or a Black woman where they will come with us with an idea. I saw a show, because this is the Black Month for all women. I want to give all the women that are business women, where they're achieving some goals, where they are making a progress and being recognized, where Black women's on the move when it comes to business, and they are doing some fantastic things. I want to give a salute to all the women that are business women that's out there. Showtime the Hype Man is looking for Black women that out there trying to establish themselves as winners. This is the month that we celebrate for all women, where every day it should be a celebration. When they go up there and grind against the men competition, where they have to go through so much just to open up the door for them, where most men would maybe come another way to try to get a deal. So it is amazing that these sisters, y'all keep doing what you're doing, because Showtime the Hype Man is cheering for all the black women and white women and Asian women, where they are going in the business field and doing a great job in running their office in space. So also want to talk about, for those who have been a carpenter all their life, where you see your son has followed the footstep of their father by being a carpenter. Where I heard a story, a young man called me up, where a father had set the tone for his son's career, but his son was going another way. He thought by taking his son to every basketball camp, where as a youth, when he had control of his son at 10 and 12 and 13, paying for his son to be in all the basketball camps, drill instructing, hiring a shooting instructor, hiring a defense instructor, hiring a coach where it can teach him how to read, where coaches make up charts where he'll make up different plays, where he would teach his son how to look at some of the plays and how the coach design plays. Where as our children get older, where that may not what your son or your daughter might not want to do. Where we have seen most people would try to show their children or their daughter another way of what we think they should be. For those who maybe was nurses, where you want your daughter, because of the salary and the type of money that the nurse make, where the children watch the mother every day come home tired. Maybe the children watch the mother working 12 hours a day, and not really being at home because of the situation, where a mother has to go out and make sure that the kids have a decent home, make sure she got food in the refrigerator, make sure that all the bills, and where a lot of children have watched their mothers and fathers had worked jobs for years and years and years and years, where they will follow their father or their mother footsteps. But then we realize that because of the Social Security and because of pension money, where we have never learned how to put our money in certain areas where we would see our money grow, where we don't know nothing about stocks. We don't know nothing about digital money. We don't know that where MasterCard or Visa or Home Depot or Lowe's or Apple's or any big company, where there have investment to look in shares, where you can put money, where we're afraid to put $7,000 or $8,000 in a share, where we can and let it sit for 2 or 3 years, where because we don't see it growing, when then we run out and soon you pull the money out, then the shares will start increasing. Where the other culture, they have learned to get a loan and put 10,000 or 5,000 for each child. So if I do it with my child 6 years old, by the time they get 18 years old, ready to go to school, that $5,000 will pay for the whole year. If a Division I school maybe costs $100,000, or whatever your kids are going to school for, you started out early, where you put that money in a bond and stock, where that money was growing. And that's how we have never found out how to put our money and share our money. So the reason why that we are stuck and living for paycheck to paycheck, because no one has never taught us how to manage our money. Those who work 40 hours a week, those who work every 2 weeks to get a check for years, where half of the people that have been 25 years or 20 years or 15 years on the job, where half of them don't even have $5,000 in their bank account, lest they have learned the financially and how to budget their money or how to dissipate their money, where their mother and father taught them, son, you always got to save for a rainy day. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We got a radio show. We are broadcasting live on YouTube channel. So also we are broadcasting live on the Facebook channel. So for those who are watching me around the world, because we are around the world, and I am doing something that has never been done before, where most people are afraid to do their podcast. Most people are afraid to do their own radio show. Most people are afraid when someone eliminate you or tell you where all of a sudden now you have been the worst person, where never missing a day. Where do the good part of a man and a woman that shows loyalty? And the reason why that we're not building business in our own community, because we're not loyal to each other. Even as family members are not loyal to you too. You may think that your own brother or your own sister, your cousin, your niece, I got a lot of cousins where not one of cousins have picked up the phone, but my nephew did. I want to give a shout out to the Cousin Bud Show, and I want the Cousin Bud Show to be successful, where I am cheering them on, because I may be going another intersection, but I want to encourage anyone, never be afraid if someone knock you off. You can get up and you can start over again. That's how good God is. So where we're going to be talking about a lot of great things. This is my first time out of the station, where Philly Hot Radio, where I'll be out there all for this whole week, where we'll be doing some thinking. Maybe they thinking, I'm thinking. Uh, where do I fit on Philly Hot Radio? Is I'm a good fit or I'm not? Do anyone or maybe the audience and the fans are not satisfied with me on Philly Hot Radio? We is a team where I always talk about we got a radio show. It's never been my show. I say we. I am trying to do something that has never been done before, where most people are afraid. I am not afraid of failure. I ain't nobody boss. I ain't bigger than nobody. Where I know that have a good heart and a good spirit, where health and the mindset, it allows you to develop a whole new way. I am happy, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who are miserable, and for those who go after people, I know that God is going to bless us. I want God to bless you. Even though you maybe feel achy some days, maybe sometimes you're living with a woman, or a woman living with a guy where it just ain't working. Or maybe you have done so much to please your children, where your children have went the wrong way, where we have some mothers and fathers where their children that are incarcerated doing 20, 30 years in penitentiary, where they'll never come home. We are watching a university of negative things has traveled in our community, where the darkness has shadowed us and has closed, where our eyes and our spirit are quick to jump and seek destroy. Where even for me, I have to still learn how to get better. But I'm going to learn, and I'm still going to grow up. I'm still growing up. I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to accomplish some things, where I know that my fans and all my friends has been watching me, where I didn't ask y'all to tune in to watch me. It's something that y'all see in me, where you're seeing me grow up, and a man that's growing. Have never did a radio show before. I have never did what I've learned. I'm in the process, and I keep telling people, where this is a laboratory where I become a scientist, where I have learned how to build and do what I'm doing, where I'm going to make some mistakes. No question about it. Where I have learned from the book that I read that higher is waiting for you. Where that book has told me, where every story that I read when I deal with book reading, that failure is a part of success. Rejection is a part of success. Being in a situation where you want to give up, where I've heard so many people just wanted to give up. Never give up. Never give up. My brothers and sisters that are watching me, and my white friends and my Latino friends, you're watching a soldier. Where I got an old wagon where it may not be attracted to some of the people. I have an old spirit, but a young spirit that want to help young people. I may not be popular in the city that I love called Philadelphia, where I know that I can be loved in LA. I maybe can be loved down in Texas. I maybe can be loved down there in Atlanta, Georgia. Maybe I can be loved in other parts of different cities. I'm not afraid of anything or any mountain or any ocean or any street. I'm not afraid of if every door I knock that they close, that means that I got to keep on knocking. I'm not afraid to get on elevators and I go all the way up to the highest level and they tell me no, and I have to walk all the way down the steps out that one door that is open. I'm not afraid to go in the ocean, Atlantic Ocean, and paddle and find myself on an island where there's no hope. Nobody will find me. But because I have a relationship with God and because I have a relationship with my spirit, where I know that someone or somewhere that God is going to allow me to survive during that moment. I may be going to woods or going to hiking where I've never hiked before, where I have never been in an environment of walking in somewhere where I got lost during the hike, where I have never seen the path and never remember which way to go. But I trust God if I go that way, that He's going to allow me to find my way out of that situation. I have survived the streets where the street was facing me. Either I would go, if I want to be a drug dealer, if I want to be a gunslinger, or if I want to be a gangster, if I want to be the leader of the gang, or if I want to be whatever it takes to live in the street to build the name up for myself. But I have realized that nobody dies with them type of titles. Nobody lasts, even jail or institutions, for that type of life. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a long way to go. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. I want to thank each and every one of y'all before I close this show, where tomorrow we're going to be talking about having an explosive mindset where your mind can create rich thoughts. That's going to be the show tomorrow, where we're going to talk about creating a new way of thinking and getting to the next level in spite of that you want to give up. Ladies and gentlemen, never give up. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We got a radio show where God is going to take this show, where also whistle while you work. We're going to definitely launch off real big. We're going to be doing something real big, but we are waiting for Dr. Rock to get through what she get through. Whistle while you work. Boy, we're about to blow up. So I want to thank y'all. You have a great Monday. I am so grateful that you tune in to watch me. Tomorrow's show, we're going to talking about expanding the thought process and learning how to detour yourself to a whole new way of life. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you are. Stop that crap. It's never too late, ladies and gentlemen. If you got an old soul, you got a great spirit. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.